What started as a routine drive turned into a nightmare that would change Anthony Joshua's life forever. In the early hours today, Joshua survived a horrific car crash in Nigeria, while two of his closest day-one friends did not. Joshua was seated in the back right-hand side of the vehicle, directly behind the driver. His two friends were seated on the opposite side, exactly where the impact occurred when their car slammed into a stationary truck. In that split second, fate chose sides, and nothing about this story feels random. This was only the beginning.
The car swerved violently to the left, coming to rest on the central reservation as bystanders rushed in from every direction. Witnesses say the vehicle had been overtaking its speed moments before the crash. Phones were raised as Anthony Joshua, visibly disoriented and shaking, climbed out of the wreckage. Miraculously, he escaped with what doctors are calling minor injuries. But anyone who's lived through trauma knows physical wounds are only half the story. As new footage emerges showing Joshua laughing with his friends just hours earlier, one reality hits harder than the crash itself. This is the last time they were ever seen alive together. Stay with us, because what surfaced next changed everything.
Show you the streets of Nigeria. Oluwasina, the first Iranian ever to step foot in Nigeria.
Hey, 2 times this year as well, that's crazy. April, December.
That's why you're called Oluwasina now, bro.
Oluwasina.
Rest in peace to two men who weren't just part of Anthony Joshua's circle, but part of his foundation. These weren't business partners. These weren't temporary connections. They were day-one brothers, men who stood with him long before fame, titles, or global recognition. Their loss doesn't just leave a void, it fractures a lifetime of shared memories, loyalty, and trust. And the weight of that loss is something no championship belt can protect you from.
The news is focusing on how he survived as a passenger with minor injuries. However, there were 2 people with him that died. One of them was a Muslim revert that went by the Instagram handle Healthy Mindset. A brother who was involved in charity work, in fitness, and dawah. As you can see here, he is leading Anthony Joshua in prayer. And not to mention, 8 hours before the accident, he was chilling, playing ping pong with AJ. We pray that Allah grants him paradise and he grants his friends and family patience during this testing time. And may Allah make the reality hit us that we also realize that death can come on anyone, anywhere, irrespective of age, money, and where we are.
As this video is being made, an Instagram story still remains online. Anthony Joshua and one of the victims playing table tennis, smiling, relaxed, alive. It's haunting. These weren't throwback memories. These were moments captured just before tragedy struck. A reminder that life doesn't warn you. It doesn't slow down. One moment you're laughing, and the next, everything is gone. But the timeline doesn't stop there.
I feel like Bruce Lee when he's throwing long shots.
Another story surfaced from the second friend involved in the crash, posted earlier that same day. He shared clips of Nigeria, the streets, even footage near the vehicles. No one could have known what was coming. Reports now suggest that Anthony Joshua may have been briefly unconscious after the collision. In high-impact crashes like this, the body shuts down before the mind can process reality. It's entirely possible that while sitting in a police vehicle afterward, Joshua had no idea his two closest friends were already gone. Now, in a hospital bed, the truth is likely settling in, and that kind of realization changes a person forever. This is where the story takes a darker turn. Social media reacted instantly, but not with compassion. Darren Turr posted a raw, furious response, saying, "If you ever want to see how messed up the world is, watch the Anthony Joshua crash footage. He's being dragged out of the car, clearly not okay, and what do people do? They film. No concern, just content." The footage is disturbing, not because it exists, but because of what it reveals about us. As prayers pour in for those lost, one question remains. When did recording tragedy become more important than helping? And what happens when fame meets real human suffering?
At the moment, we understand that Anthony Joshua has been taken away from the accident scene and has been taken to the hospital to get checked. But the Lexus Jeep, which he occupied with two people in front, was rammed into a stationary truck, and you could see the impact of that accident, losing two people seated in front of that truck. But Anthony Joshua's getting minor injuries there, and was seen taken away from the vehicle, wriggling in pain, and then taken into the vehicle of the police convoy that came with him to heading up to that Markham area in Ogun State. You know that Anthony Joshua has got his ancestral home here in Ogun State, Nigeria, and that's what he thought in the festive period. But at this time, we're hearing this news around the Lexus Jeep, which he occupied, heading up to that Markham area in Ogun State, ramming into that stationary truck, and we could see the impact. And that's why, at the moment, the two who occupied the front seat of that Lexus Jeep have been confirmed dead. But Anthony Joshua has been taken to the hospital, taken away from that accident scene right now, and is being given attention.
This tragedy has reignited a long-standing conversation about road safety in Nigeria. Even with billions in foreign infrastructure funding, many roads remain dangerously unmarked, poorly maintained, and high risk. Witnesses say emergency services took an unusually long time to arrive. One viral post questioned where the money has gone and why emergency response systems still fail during critical moments. Anthony Joshua was eventually seen sitting silently in a police car, stunned. In moments like this, time isn't just money, it's life, and the system failed when it mattered most.
Here's what we know. Police say the crash happened this morning in Magun in Ogun State, here on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. It's in the southwest of Nigeria, about an hour north of Lagos. The Federal Road Safety Court says from preliminary findings that Joshua was a passenger in the rear of a Lexus SUV that lost control during an overtaking manoeuvre and crashed into a stationary truck parked on the side of the road. They claim excessive speed and wrongful overtaking are the primary causes of the crash.
Adding to the heartbreak, videos have now surfaced from one of the victim's recent humanitarian outreach campaigns in Nigeria. He wasn't just living life, he was giving back, helping others, building something bigger than himself. Watching those clips now feels almost unbearable. These weren't just lives lost in an accident, they were futures cut short, missions left unfinished. And then came the official confirmation.
Hi guys, so I'm here back at the Spot project. I was here in 2019 and boy, the changes that have been made are incredible. They've built a couple of new buildings. This building behind me wasn't here before. A couple of new classrooms for the kids to learn Arabic, English, maths and all that kind of good stuff that they need to learn to survive in the society. The football pitch that's been done for them to play football, which they all love. And the basketball courts. So I'm seeing that they're not only working on their mental state, they're working on their physical form as well. So well done to Spot Project and congratulations. May Allah bless you guys, and I'd really encourage you guys to come out here and see it for yourself. you know, with the help of donations. This is all helping for a great, great cause, and not only for the kids, but for ourselves. It's a humbling feeling to be out here. I feel tremendously happy out here and at peace, knowing that the kids are safe, and seeing the improvement from around about 4 years ago. I advise you guys to come out here and check it out for yourself, or participate by any means possible, whether it's just giving a little bit of donations to help the project. Peace.
Matchroom Boxing and 258 Management released a statement confirming Anthony Joshua was involved in a road traffic accident in Lagos. With profound sadness, they confirmed that 2 close friends and team members had passed away. Joshua remains hospitalized in a stable condition under observation. Tributes poured in from across the world, including Jake Paul, who said, "Life is much more important than boxing." And he's right. Joshua has often spoken about how short life is, but living through this reality is something no amount of wisdom prepares you for. Losing 2 brothers in front of you leaves scars no doctor can see. As the world waits to hear from him, one thing is clear. Anthony Joshua may recover physically, but mentally, he may never be the same. If this story moved you, make sure to subscribe for updates as this develops. Share this video to honor the lives lost, and comment below, because moments like this remind us what truly matters.
Whatever you're doing in your lives, we're all gonna die one day, so don't get too caught up in the bullshit and the hype. Live your life while you're here, because you never know what's gonna around. You've got heart attacks, disease, wars, life could just hit you like that, so try and enjoy every day. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't get too caught up in the